is it?
Bill, look at you. You're still half asleep.
I didn't get in till 4 o'clock.
3. You woke me up.
Well, not my fault the plane was late.
9 o'clock. Go back to bed.
9 o'clock?
I'm playing truant. Not really. Meeting at the Home Office feels like truant. No Stone Park, no morning rounds, no clocking in as usual.
Charles takes over?
Oh, yes, he'll be in his element.
Good morning. Good morning, Doctor. Morning, Charles.
Finished with you, have they?
I think so, yes. So many tests. Still, that's what I'm here for, really. They're making up a medical report. I'm on remand, you see.
Here. Come here. You feel that? From my operation, you feel that?
I can see.
I've had 2 operations.
Yes.
That quack's gone and changed my pills. They don't agree with me.
They make me rather drowsy.
They'll change them. Just you wait. We're guinea pigs in here.
I think I'll just...
I'm writing to my MP.
Sit down.
Correspondence. I've written to the highest in the land. The highest in the land have written back.
It's another think unit, I'm afraid. One of the patients. Luckily, she didn't hurt herself. I've reported it, of course.
Hello.
Good morning.
The springs have gone on my bed again.
I'll look at it later, Shirley.
It's his job. He's inspecting the ward. He should look at my bed if I'm complaining about it. I don't sleep in the sink.
No, you surprised me.
That's all he cares. I can't sleep.
Right, shall we move on?
No, hang on.
I'd leave Shirley alone if I were you.
No, while I'm here. Well, Shirley, what's the trouble? Feels all right to me. Shirley. Come on, then. Show me.
Show you what?
Nothing wrong with the bed?
Don't tell me you're so fussy. You can't get enough of it. You can't get enough of it. Supermarkets and town halls and offices and clinics, they're all made with glass. It's dangerous, you know, when bombs go off. And they can look at you all the time. That's what they have it for, so that they can see what you're doing all the time. Watch that coward hurry up in there.
But when will my things be returned?
Well, you remember you signed the property book. All your effects are listed in there.
Well, it's tomorrow, really, when I'm up in court.
Everything you possess will be handed back to you before you go, just in case you don't come back. Which, of course, we hope you won't.
Yes. I don't suppose that these tests I've been having...
The court will have your medical report, but what it makes of it, of course, you understand? I don't have a crystal ball.
No. Thank you very much.
Good luck for tomorrow.
People say I ought to write my life.
She'll get off. Her class usually do.
I think that's rather sweeping. Who's next?
Armstrong, Shirley. Application for a special letter.
Armstrong? Morning, madam.
2379.
Shirley, you've applied for a special letter?
I'm going to write to my MP, Mr. Victor Hartnell, my MP.
Since when has Mr. Hartmore been your MP?
Oh, I know all that. I'm changing. The other one's no good.
Because he didn't answer you mean?
I tell you, he's no cop. I want someone who's going to move himself.
Over what issue?
My bed's no good. It's got a dip. You can laugh the other side of your face. It's
None
not
of that,
funny.
Shirley. Behave yourself.
Shirley, sit down. Now, we've had this out dozens of
Oh,
times.
that's right.
When
She'll
you
be the one
came in here,
prisoner
you
here.
had no fixed abode. You chose an MP to write to.
Well, how was I to know? I picked a dad.
Very well, you can write to Mr. Hartnell if you want to, and I hope he replies. And really cares about your bed, if that's a problem.
It isn't just the bed. It's your Mr. Radley. He went and touched me up.
What do you mean by that?
He did. He tried. Oh, you should have seen him. He put his hand right by me. And he got close. I could see it in his eyes.
But did he touch you?
I'm not telling you.
Shirley, be quiet.
Oh, well, what's she doing here anyway? Come in here, jing-jangling all her keys. This is a hospital. I need a doctor. Doctor, I'm sick. Doctor! Nobody's going to have a go at you, old cow.
Have you quite finished?
Well, it's not fair. I came here to talk to you.
To lie to me. To impute things to Mr. Radley.
I haven't lost my looks, you know. I could still pull him if I tried.
And that's what happened, isn't it? You tried to make up to him.
Him? I wouldn't lower myself. He's a puff. A jumped-up puff.
I hope you aren't discussing me.
You! You changed my tablets. You took my sleeping ones away, and now I can't sleep. And that old crop, oh, Mary, that old crop, in the next bed to me, she cries and she cries and she howls all night long. How can I sleep with that? I can't. I can't sleep. You took my pills.
Come on, Shirley. Spoil your pretty face if you cry like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I know that.
Go with the doctor, Shirley.
I'm sorry. It's the tablets. They make me muddle. They make me muddle things.
And you were wrong about Mr. Radley. All right. Go on.
Come on, Shirley. Come on.
I know she's difficult.
I tried that on with Dr. Mays.
Maybe.
Might be as well to have a word with Mr. Radley.
Yes, well, let's press on.
I don't believe, for example, that a little bit of us called a soul, like a faint cloud, you know, goes up into some heavenly place or anything. I think we go through the full process of biological
Sorry,
death.
I couldn't get away.
If you want to call that
After
being
heart
snuffed
with
out,
Charles.
then
Trouble
in
at
that
home?
sense, it is true,
No
yeah.
work, something
But
you
I
should have
think
told
that
me
where
about.
in other words,
Can I get you
Christian
anything?
position affirms
Coffee,
the fact
sandwich?
Thank you.
full death.
Do you want this?
Where's Paul?
Your guess is as good as mine. Got more stamina than I have.
Oh, I used to have when I was young. When I ran the approved school, I never stopped. Do you remember that girl I tried to help who ran away?
So many.
No, this one was different. I'd arranged her a room of her own. She moved in just the day before. Everything I did for that girl, she threw back in my face.
Yes, I do remember. What's her name?
Shirley. Shirley Armstrong.
How's that for timing? Just in time for tea. Come along and meet Miss House.
Yes, Armstrong Shirley. Another 2 months to go. Due for release the 28th. That's 2 months and 3 days.
Well, that settles it then. I'm kicking her out of the hospital. Over to you.
She's ready, do you think?
She hasn't knocked anybody's teeth out, not for a month or so.
There are other forms of antisocial behaviour, as well I know.
Oh, she needs more hurly-burly. The hospital's too remote. It's too sheltered. She needs to mix, to get into circulation before. And I say, God help it, she hits the great outside. 2 months. It's not long.
But is she really ready, Peter? Are you sure?
Sure? I disown that word.
Oh, come on.
All right. Decision needed. I agree. I am making you a present of Shirley. You lucky people, you.
Oh, very droll.
Well, if I may say so, I'd put her on South Wing. There's only Martha Parrish can keep her in mind.
That's hardly the point of the exercise.
Contrary, I agree with Mrs. Armitage. I think she's going to need a fairly strict regime.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry. I think precisely the opposite.
Oh, yes, I know you would. You'd put her with Janet Harker.
Yes, I was thinking along those lines.
And you'd be wrong. Being so endowed with it herself, our Shirley must be met with cunning. Innocence wouldn't stand a chance, however well-intentioned they may be.
I have every faith in Janet.
An admirable AG. Give it another 10 or 15 years.
She does lack experience.
She lacks cunning. You agree with me, Charles?
Yes.
It's not just Janet. It's the whole atmosphere of the wing. I really think that Shirley would respond.
Well, of course she would. But in what way? Oh, well, it's your province. Mine only to advise.
I strongly agree with Dr. Mays.
So you said before. She goes with Janet Harker on North Wing.
You are sure it's no trouble? I'll just rinse them through. Just give them a little rinse. You found your book, I see.
Yes, thank you. They were helpful. Most kind. I always find librarians very helpful. Tuesday was my usual library day at home. That is in Eastbourne. They have a really splendid library there.
Nice to live by the sea.
Yes, I ran a boarding house until, you know, the debts. The debts, the money, all that foolish thing. No, but I do miss the sea.
Who wouldn't?
At night I try to hear it. Silly, isn't it?
Here, that's my space there. Hey, you. Butch, I'm talking to you. Not got your label on it. Not that I can see. That's my space, that is. I made it ready, it's mine. I made it ready, so it's mine. Wash it. You chucked it on the floor, you wash it again. Yeah. That's right. I'll brand you good and proper. Don't be daft. Me being daft. That's rich coming from you. Smashing the light bulbs lately, have you, love? Glass is dangerous. Yes, glass is dangerous. Bit loopy, aren't you, love? That's my space, that is. Now, don't start raving, Nutty. Not with Louise now, you know. What happened? Search me, he's better flipped her lid. Here, Shirley, try yourself. See that she changes her clothes.
I'll look after her.
No, Julie. Mop the floor first. She did it? You can't work with all this water on the floor. Well, she's trouble, miss. Goes round taking out light bulbs, then she smashes them. That happens once, that's all. She's not safe, miss. God's truth. Quite frankly, miss, she'll be doing us all a favour. I mean, for the good of the wing. I'm not with you. She's not fit, miss, is she? She isn't. Not for here.
When I was little, my father used to dry my hair. He nearly took the head off me, and I loved it.
After you, was he?
No, I just liked to dry my hair.
It's not that daft, you know.
No, I didn't say it was.
she's settled down now.
Better, Shirley? Do you want to tell me what happened? Came at me with the iron. Julie did. Who else? Why? Because I chucked her doings on the floor. Because she pinched my space up on the dryer.
Well, there's room for both of you, surely. There wasn't. Well, there must have been. I've just hung up your clothes. I didn't have to throw things on the floor.
My clothes? They were left in the sink. I rinsed them for you. It's no use your sucking up to me, you know. I wanted to free the sink. There are other people on the wing who might have wanted to use it.
A word with you, Miss Harker.
You got a right one here. Instead of putting me on report, she does me washing.
Shirley's had a bit of trouble.
With Julie. Only she won't get the works and all, because she's a les.
That's neither here nor there.
You fall over backwards to leave them alone, in case they think you're picking on them. Well, go on. Do you or don't you?
No, Shirley, no, I don't.
Julie? Oh. What? Has she had your side of it?
No. No, and I think she's lovely.
See? She thinks she's lovely. Her boyfriend thinks she's lovely and all. He can't get enough of
For
her.
goodness sake, comb your hair, Shirley. You look like the wreck of a Hesperus. Miss Harker. Leave her.
Not fair. It's not my fault. This parting won't go straight. Won't. Stupid.
I'd just be happier, that's all. I mean, well, if I thought she'd settle, but I don't know, it worries me.
It's not like you, Janet, to give up so soon.
Well, take Julie, for instance, the girl caught up in the rumpus the other day. Well, normally she's no trouble. She's a hard case, yes, but she doesn't cause any trouble.
You mean that Shirley set her off?
Well, she rubs people up the wrong way.
Including you?
It's nothing personal.
Ah, but you see, it is with me. I would like Shirley to survive for a while on your wing.
But is she ready for it? She seems disturbed to me.
Dr. Mays says she is. We must abide by his judgment.
Yes, Governor.
Just give her a little more time.
So we have to abide by the judgment of Dr. Mays.
He says she's fit to leave the hospital.
He wasn't that keen on Janet Harker.
No, neither are you.
No matter how hard she tries with Shirley, and she has tried, I'll give her that, she's up against a big brick wall. Shirley's got no time for her. There's no respect. I've seen it.
Respect is something one can win.
Shirley, and a younger woman, an attractive one to boot. I'm sorry, it's just not on.
Why not?
Well, she's jealous. She resents them. That's why she dragged up Janet Harker's boyfriend.
What does she know about her boyfriend?
There's common knowledge on that wing. Miss Harker discusses her private affairs.
Well, she's entitled to do so if she wishes.
With the greatest respect, and it is only my opinion, but where the inmates are concerned, one can't afford a personal involvement.
You mean I can't?
I do. I know it would mean changing your mind, madam, but you wouldn't lose face.
Lose face? Don't be absurd.
I'm sorry, madam.
No, Mrs. Armitage, I'm sorry. But then you see, you're right, I am involved. I care about Shirley, and you don't very much. And that's the difference.
You see, you have to move around, you see. Because if you're like me, NFA, no fixed abode, NFA, and say you smash a window, well, the cop shop where they take you to, well, that's your address and that's your area. And they'll put you into hospital near there. Well, Nick or hospital. If I take off all my clothes in the street, then it's odds on hospital. But just smashing windows, well, it's odds on jail.
I don't like hospitals. I once worked as a nurse in the East End.
East End, West End, I've been everywhere. The lot. There isn't a place I haven't been.
Really?
Seen them all.
I had to work, you understand. My family fell on hard times. My father ran off with someone and everything was changed. I did hate that hospital.
Then as if I don't like it, out I go. Cheerio, cheery bye. I just walk out the door. Then I go DOL, you see. Discharged by operation of the law. If they don't find me within 4 weeks, I'm released. I'm free. Even under Section 26, even if I should have stopped in a year.
It's lovely, isn't it?
Have it. It's yours.
Oh, no, I couldn't.
Yeah. From me. Mind it while I go and make the cocoa.
Thank you.
Mind it. I won't be long.
You're going mad in the milk, aren't you?
My friend likes it milky. She's used to it. She comes from a very good home.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. She's a lady of very good class.
Your friend, is she?
Yeah. That's the sort of friends I've got. From a very good family. In last week's Sunday paper, the colour supplement.
Oh, it's funny it should be all about Eastbourne.
Resorts on the south coast. I saved it. It's in my office. Come and get it now if you like.
Thank you, yes.
You better hurry up, might get cold. Not exactly there. Milky tonight. I used to... Where have you been? You left the shawl. I told you to mind the shawl.
It's all right, it's
I said
still
to
here.
mind the shawl.
Well, I had to go to the office. Miss Harker gave me this magazine.
You were with me.
It wasn't away long.
You were with me. Me! Shouting. Get out of here! Shouting. Lady, your very good class friend. Hey up, she's off again. Here we go, loopy loo. Here we go, loopy loo. Here we go, loopy. Stop, help! Help, please, somebody. Help! Stop it, Julie. Stop it. That count. Let me out. Come along. Come along. Help me!
That's enough, Armstrong.
Yeah.
That's enough.
Yeah.
Why don't you leave it?
Oh, Bill. Yes? What? When? Where's she now? You cope well. Well, so long as she's quiet. I'll be in the morning early. Thank you.
Well?
Shirley. She went for one of the night staff.
Too much damage?
Bites and bruises. Woman's rather upset. Oh, if only it hadn't been Shirley. Happened just after I left.
Yes, well, your husband went and twisted your arm. Got you involved in his work for once.
Don't sound like that.
You know, it wasn't just selfish. I actually thought to get you out of there.
Yes, it made a change.
Out of the bloody place.
I enjoyed it.
Bored stiff, more like.
No, I wasn't.
Faye, 20 years ago you tried to straighten out that girl at the approved school. And ever since then she's been in the same old trouble. Stop being a masochist. If you must get hung up over someone, try one of the hopeful ones. Well, you do have 300 others.
Stop doing that. Stop looking at me. Stop.
I'll ring round some of the hospitals. I could get it in under Section 26, I suppose.
You're talking about when she's released.
Well, it's only a few weeks off now. Of course, in that time, who knows? Improve, relapse, the pattern doesn't change, and all right. I can fill her full with pills. They don't always work magic, you know. Besides, Shirley's got a will of her own. What she wants goes.
Yes, but that's part of the illness, isn't it?
True. It makes her more than a match for us more reasonable, so.
More than a match for Janet?
No comment.
No, Peter, you were right. Thank you for not rubbing it in. Shirley? Eve came to see me today.
Eve?
Your friend, Miss Alexander.
Stuck-up cow.
She wanted to know how you were.
Nothing to do with her. Those toffs, they're all the same.
What was it to do with, Shirley?
They told you, didn't they? I lost me rag and I bashed that Julie first, then I beat up a screw.
Oh, I wouldn't put it quite so strongly.
I meant to, though. I meant to bash her brains out. I could lose 3 months for that. You tell the board.
3 months?
I could lose 3 months remission.
Board of Visitors doesn't come into this. Unless you wish to write to them yourself and press your claim.
But don't you be so sarky, then.
What happens to you, Shirley, lies with me. I'm going to keep you here for the full 48 hours, and then I'll send you back to the hospital wing.
I could have done her in, you know. I nearly did. I nearly blinded somebody once.
All right,
No.
The doctor will see you later.
No, listen to me.
Why do you boast to the people that you've injured? I'm sorry, I don't want to hear.
You know. You know what I mean. Outside, I shouldn't be there. I'm no good, and you don't care. You know my brother's gone. He went to Kenya. He knew the way my father was. After me. He knew I couldn't stay at home. He cared for me, and still he went. He went and he left me here.
Yes, he left you here. But that was 20 years ago, before you came to me at the approved school. And surely I did care.
Well, when there's accidents, people go through the windscreen of the car.
Forget
That
about
shows
the
it's
glass and
dangerous.
listen to
It's
me.
proved.
Listen to
Manage,
me.
shouldn't they?
You've got no family to care for you. And we're talking about that. Dr. Mays, myself, Miss Clark. We're all trying to help you. But you've got to face this, Shirley. Your sentence has come to an end.
Let's run through the list of hospitals again. Now, Ivy House. I've been in touch with
It's
them.
mixed.
Yes, does that matter?
The men are always after me there. I never get a moment's peace.
You never gave the warden any either. But still, he's prepared to give you another try. You know, I think that's good of him.
The thing is, I like my privacy. A woman should be private at my age. It's got too many windows.
Yes, it's almost new. A palace, as most hostels go.
The thing is, I should be on my own. A flat. Yeah, a flat's the thing.
The rent, though, Shirley, you won't be working. Well, not for a while, anyway.
I get my sick benefit.
But rents are very high. You know, we must be practical. Look, think about Ivy House. Look, make up your mind that you're going to settle down. You could be happy there.
You know what? Once, when I came out of Borstal, I asked to go to Kenya. My brother would have sent the fare. He'd written and he said he would. But nobody believed me. But he would. I mean, just once, I had the chance. And since then, it's always been like this. Nowhere to love you.
That's not true, though, is it? I think you mean there's nowhere you want to go.
Style? I like style.
That's a prison, though.
I've tried one hospital for her. I'm afraid they won't play ball. Shirley is persona non grata.
Why?
Forewarned, they probably had her in before.
Well, you're learning, Charles.
Can they refuse?
Yes, of course they can. And honestly, I don't blame them. You could spend a year on Shirley and get absolutely nowhere at all, not to mention the fact that while she's there, she undoes all your work with everyone else. It is a question of energy that is better applied elsewhere, on others that you know can be restored, at least to some kind of productive norm.
Are you telling me that Shirley is incurable?
Well, I think maybe some people are. Damage done too long ago and gone too far.
Could we move on? I'd like to discuss the observation
No, just
centre.
a minute. Do you realise what you've just said? She's doomed, so we do nothing. Is that what you imply?
Be reasonable. We have got to select all the time. We've only got so many resources.
And public spending's under the axe again?
I don't think we're talking about politics.
But they can't be divorced. Bad cities are breeding grounds. A city dweller with no roof starts wandering. Schizophrenia.
Bricks and mortar. No fixed address, no social security payment.
And Shirley?
Bottom of the heap. She loses out every time. Medically and in every other way, I see no hope for Shirley. Well, I'll ring round the other hospitals if you want.
No, I respect your opinion. I think I'll try and deal with it myself. You see, I have to think in terms of hope. I need to think that way.
Fair enough.
Well, Miss Clark could look after that, surely. Welfare's up to her.
She's working on it now. I think I'll join her. If you'll excuse me, gentlemen.
My son's over on this, yes? Of course, we clear all the junk out, put her in a burner. Oh, a gas ring, you know. So she's not all that dependent for cups of tea and that.
So you have another lodger already?
Oh, Harry, yes. He's been inside and all. Actually, it was my husband who come across him down on his luck, you know. And then after that, he went inside. We used to write and visit, see? And then afterwards, when he come out, well, seemed only natural like he should come to us. Been very steady. He's on the roads, sweeping.
Is that how Miss Clark came to know about you?
Yeah, through Harry's ex. Well, his missus that was. So we said, well, you know, we'd be glad to take someone. Oh, here he comes. One who started it all. My hubby, Alf.
How do you do?
His hearing isn't all that grand.
You do understand about Shirley, don't you? She's been mentally ill. She has to take tablets regularly. Now, I think that she should go to some kind of centre, a day centre. Miss Clark is arranging it.
Oh, yes. And at this centre, will there be, like, a doctor for her there?
No, the doctor she's under will give her enough tablets to last her, and also a letter to a GP. I think she'll have to find one locally.
Oh, Dr. Irons, he's a treat. I'll take her there myself.
That sounds a splendid idea. I'm sure it's just what she wants. I don't want to mislead you, but she can be very difficult.
Oh, so can he. Coped with him all these years. Mood, something terrible.
I've asked her to write you. She'll tell you all about herself.
Yes, I understand. Better not to talk behind her back.
If what she said disturbs you, and it might, you must feel free to change your mind. Now, I do mean that.
Yes. Well, you'd like a nice cup of tea with me and Alf, wouldn't you? I've got the kettle. Mind how you go.
Then I went to Broadmoor. I've been in Broadmoor twice.
Shirley?
Shh. They're good on entertainment.
Come on, Shirley.
Shh. They get the more dangerous type of inmate there. I enjoy the company of that sort of person.
It's worse than with old Harry. All this violence. Seems almost proud of it. Oh, I don't know, Alf. I don't know. Broadmoor. Makes you think.
Hey, you know what? You know that china what your mother left that your Ethel didn't want?
Oh, it's all wrapped up.
You want to get it out, put it in the box room, and when she feels like smashing things, let her go in there and have it out.
Oh, wow.
Let her come. Try it.
That's it. Saturday the 9th. 4 weeks from tomorrow. You'll have been out just 4 weeks. I'll meet you somewhere for tea.
It's a long time, 4 weeks.
Yes, I know it is, Shirley, but I think you'll be all right this time.
Don't fancy that day centre much. Ashtrays and bloody lampshades, that's all they make.
Just try it for a while. But whatever you do, don't just wander about, will you? You know that's how it always starts. And if you want to ring me, you know you always can.
But not before 4 weeks.
No, of course not. Earlier, if you like.
Every Friday.
Yes, every Friday. Now, where shall we meet?
Where's convenient?
You say.
St Pancras Station, in the buffet.
Good. Tea on St Pancras Station, 4 o'clock.
You will be here Fridays. I mean, when I ring, you won't just ponce off.
Well, if I'm out, you can always leave a message.
Waiting and the end of the queue.
Oh, it smells horrible.
Well, I'm rather hungry. It must be the exercise.
There's 3 degrees of frost out there this morning. I can't feel me toes.
No, it was just an accident. She slipped on the polished floor.
Polished floor? Don't tell me somebody's been working hard.
Oh, I must go. Excuse me.
Mrs. Crosby?
Yes.
Excuse me, but could I have a word? I didn't apply to see you because it didn't seem worth it somehow.
Oh, you always can, you know. It's less rowdy than in here.
It's just Shirley. I wondered if you'd heard anything.
Yes, she telephoned me last week. She seemed fine. Only 1 minute's abuse to 2 of chatter.
Oh.
No, that's a good ratio.
Oh, yes, I see. I am so pleased.
So am I. Let's keep our fingers crossed.
Yes. That was all. Thank you.
Yeah, you. Hobnobbing with the mighty.
I just asked about Shirley, that's all. Apparently she's doing very well.
Only been out a fortnight.
I know.
It's like that with these nutters. Up and down. You wait, she'll be back inside, it won't take long.
The governor doesn't think so.
They're like children, you see. This little thing upsets them and down they go.
Well, love, you should have told us if you're not happy. Then maybe we could do something.
I don't see what it's got to do with you.
I got a shock, I tell you, I did, when Harry said he...
Harry told you, did he?
Well, love, we thought you was going to your centre. We really did, till Harry said he's seen you on the street.
He's half-baked, your lodger. He's got it in for me.
Maybe there's somewhere else you could go to. Here, where they teach you a job, or
You want to watch him? He'll rape somebody. They'll put him well away.
Harry?
Oh, yeah. He had a go at me, you know. Of course, I wouldn't play. That's why he's telling tales.
Oh, Harry? Oh, don't be so daft. He's not like that. He's no man.
Oh, yeah? He starts banging about. Banging in the middle of the night. He signals so that I'll come. But you catch me. I'm not like that. I've got more sense, so help me God.
Oh, Shirley, you shouldn't say things like that. He's got insomnia. Oh, yeah, I know he bangs about a bit, but that's nothing. You get used to that.
Why don't you believe me? You don't believe a word I say.
Shirley, be fair. You had us thinking you was going to that centre telling us what you'd done and that. Now, it turns out it was all lies and you ain't never been there. Well, what are we to think?
Think what you bloody well like. Your bag, you baggage. Wipe your snotty nose, you bag, you bitch. And you...
Shouting and carrying on. You, tap, you.
staring at? Boss-eyed twit. Go on, shoo! Get out of it! Go on, shoo! Shoo! Scram! Shoo! Can't get enough of it. Hey, I should.
Towards Bullock, who got up well! And a lovely save by Jim Montgomery.
You got a clean sweater?
I'd have gone to the match with Paul if I'd known you wanted to show me off to some prison doctor.
Flatter yourself. And can't we go one Saturday without sport?
Never. Do you like to stay and watch?
I hope not. I want to get on with this. He's only coming to borrow a book anyway.
And meet me.
Yes. You like him, Bill?
Good, then I won't switch off. Turn it down.
Stone Park Prison.
Hello?
Stone Park Prison.
Could I speak to the governor, please?
Hello?
Hello?
Charles Radley here. Hello?
Hung up on her.
Who was it?
A woman, I don't know.
Somebody wanting to speak to the governor. Mrs. Boswell, I mean.
Yes. Well, for today, the governor is me. Now, about that new office, Sam. Never mind, if it's all that important, they'll ring back.
Oh, for heaven's sake, take care, you'll fall.
Don't worry, I won't fall.
Well, Bill's done it before.
Ah, yes, but I was drunk at the time.
That happens to all of us.
Oh, now who's letting us sign?
How about a cup of tea?
She'll be here by now, or she ought to be.
Well, if I made it clear, Saturday night, the Rose and Crown, the only night we do our drink with Harry.
Did you invite her?
Yeah, of course I showed her the pub and all. Maybe she didn't fancy it. There, we'll warm it up for her, make it nice and cosy. Well, Alf, she's got the key. We don't go out just from waiting for her. Well, that lets Harry down. It's our one evening, Alf. There. That's nice. It's welcoming.
Yeah.
Well, I think so.
You're quite sure that I'm not outstaying my welcome?
Oh, don't worry. We'd throw you out if you were.
Cheers.
Do you mind if I get on with this? I want to finish it for Paul's birthday.
No, not at all. Do you suppose that if I fill the prison with this kind of music, it might do some of my work for me? Do some healing?
Possibly.
Let's talk about the prison.
You're afraid that we might argue.
No.
Do you?
It has happened. See, Bill, your wife is an optimist, and I'm not, I'm afraid. Oh, yes, we have differed.
Oh, we differed over Shirley.
Oh, not that bogey, please.
I'm sorry, Bill.
Well, you did say no shop.
Yes, I know.
Forfeit, Mrs. Boswell. You could top this up.
don't like hospitals. I once worked as a nurse in the East End.
East End, West End, up and everywhere. The lot. There isn't a place I haven't been.
Really?
Seen them all.
Come along there. Lots of exciting jobs for you today. Come on, hurry up. Good morning, Eve. Good morning. On you come now. Quickly, girls.
Pills, I take it, came from the GP.
Mandrax. Now, I advised him that she would need them, but he prescribed them, yeah.
She left no note?
No, nothing.
I'm surprised I'd have expected a treatise.
Against us?
Well, some of us. I'd have been a fairly prime candidate.
Well, that's all, really. And as I say, there'll be no comeback.
If I may just add something, madam, I don't know whether it's any help or not. I think she tried to telephone you on Saturday. But Mr. Radley was here, of course.
A woman phoned her. Can't say it was Shirley.
She put the phone down when Mr. Radley answered, that is.
Well, I certainly didn't recognize the voice. There was a lot of noise. It sounded like a station.
Yes, that's possible. We had an arrangement. She liked stations.
I could take the morning round if you
No,
like.
that won't be necessary. Thank you, Charles. Well, I think that's all for now.
If it's any consolation to you, this could have happened at any time. Well, let's say that I have got her admitted. Most mental hospitals have at least one closed ward, but nowadays that's no fortress. In these enlightened times, she could have absconded or simply discharged herself. Same result. Same end.
Why?
Who knows? I could go and see the old people, maybe find out some more. In fact, yes, I'd like to do that.
Scientific interest.
I don't want to sound harsh, but what was there for her, really? In real terms.
Tea on St. Pancras Station.
Not serious, surely.
Yes, I am.
You've got to eat, you know. You're not crossed off the list.
No. It's silly, really, but I really thought she'd be all right.
Cry if you want. Long as you know you're crying for yourself. Think about it. And get your bloody grub.
Well, I don't know, really. Don't know what to think. Except I'd like it, really. Someone new. Sort of not giving up. Besides, Alf, if they was on the tablets, this new person, I mean, we could take care of them for her. Lock 'em up. You learn, you see. Things like that.
That welfare lady says she'd come tomorrow.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we will tell her. We will take someone else. Alf, what do you say? Alf?
Well, I bought new curtains, didn't we? Might as well get the use.